We'll get through this. I will get through this. I will get through this pain, even if I have to rant through like half of these. What's good, y'all? It's your boy WesSideLive, and you know what? I don't even think I was going to be that hard on this until I saw Ant-Man 3, and then I truly realized just how much of the wagon Marvel fell off. Like, they have truly self-destructed after Endgame. I didn't want to believe it, because I didn't want to be that guy that was going to be, yeah, Marvel's just garbage, bro. Marvel's always been garbage. I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to believe it. But then when everything started adding up, and I started counting the ways, not to say that everything on here is trash, because not everything Marvel has done recently is trash. But man, will you take that many L's? I think even more frustrating when people hype up things that actually suck, it starts getting frustrating. And then I think Ant-Man 3, even though it wasn't a part of this phase, it just kind of put it over the top for me, where I'm just like, yeah, no. I mean, when your CG looks so bad that it looks like George Lopez from Shark Boy and Lava Girl, my guy, like, with hundreds of millions of dollars as your budget, nigga, you serious? But is it as bad? Let's really see. But we got top tier Marvel. We didn't get a lot of those, okay? We'll say A tier for Marvel standard. B tier, mid, poo trash. All right, y'all, starting with Black Widow. What they did to Taskmaster, man, it's a sin against the world. Poo trash, like, how dare you? This video is sponsored by Raycon. Hello, my lads and lasses. Have you ever heard of this thing called Raycon earbuds? Have you ever heard of this thing called Raycon earbuds? Well, just in case you have just come on the internet by just yesterday, I'm gonna tell you about Raycon earbuds. Raycon earbuds is the premium audio at the perfect price point, so you can build great habits without breaking the bank, as it starts at half the price of other premium audio brands. Whether you're looking for a pair of everyday earbuds, gaming headphones, or a speaker that will truly last, Raycon got you covered. Of course, Raycon with their many features, 3 customizable sound profiles, earbud tap functions, noise isolation. Let me tell you something, that noise isolation will basically cut off your soul from the world because you ain't hearing nothing. Custom gel tips for the perfect, most comfortable in-ear fit with even water and sweat resistance, which really works for me, you know, when I'm out there, you know, getting them gains, y'all know I'm working out, you know, you need a perfect fit, you know what I'm saying? Something that ain't just gonna fall out. Or even when you're cleaning, like me here, fake cleaning for video purposes. Of course, Raycon offers a buy now, pay later options, and every purchase has an easy free return guarantee. And if you're a review junkie like me, to like to make sure that every product is on the up and up, Raycon has over 50,000 5-star reviews. So guys, click on my link in the description below, or go to buyraycon.com/WesSideLive, plus get an exclusive offer 15% off, only right here at WesSideLive. And also, it really help out the channel, you know? So go ahead and do that down below. Thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the video. How freaking dare you do that to Taskmaster? I wouldn't even say everything about Black Widow was poo trash. I would say the beginning was sort of strong. And I did actually like the cast, the main cast of characters between the dad and the mom and the sister and everything. Ooh, she's so fun. Oof. But by the middle of the end, it was like a 0 out of 10 scale of like sucky baka. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. just a whole can of mid.
This only set us back a bit.
You have to stop calling them terrorists.
There's still people in there.
This is the only language these people understand.
It's definitely not poo trash, because I ain't gonna say there wasn't some entertaining elements about it. But one, it was just kind of boring. 2, we had race elements. I don't know why every time we have a black person that's the main character, we need some type of race elements infused within it. I don't know. All right, it had some interesting moments. I would say for the most part, the choreography and the action scenes weren't bad, but it wasn't good enough for me to be like, yeah, B tier, A tier, top tier Marvel. It's just like, it's forgettable. It's forgettable. She-Hulk!
P-word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah.
I don't need to talk about She-Hulk anymore. Okay? I've talked about She-Hulk enough to where I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't. I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get upset. I don't want to be upset. Okay? I'm gonna get upset. And I don't want to be upset. But She-Hulk makes me upset. For some reason, whoever made this forgot about Love and Thunder. But for whatever reason, put I Am Groot in here. Okay? But I found another tier list. It's okay. I made a special one just for this. Okay? I'd rather slit my wrists than to ever watch this Garbaccio ever again. And if anybody defends it in my comment section, you might be a little retarded. This is garbage. I hate this fucking movie with all of the periods of my soul. I hate this movie more than any other Marvel movie I have ever seen. This is the Last Jedi level of hate I have for this movie. I think the movies I hate the most, your Avatar The Last Airbenders, your Dragon Ball Evolutions, your Batman v Superman, your Last Jedi. I think what makes me hate those movies the most is the fact that I was expecting it to do so. I had expectations. I had a gravity of expectations. I came in the movie ready to stand it. Okay? Well, you got me on day one ready to intake your movie, and you give me what this movie gave me. There's just levels to this, okay? And how annoyed I was, how bored I was. Every character in there sucked, including Thor. Gore, whatever the heck his name is, not memorable. Heard he was like one of the best villains in the Marvel comics. I mean, if that was my introduction to him, like, if that's your introduction to him, that's just, like, you're not going to be very interested at all. Because he's average. Okay, he's average at best. The kid scene, Thor adopting a random child, all this bullshit that happened within this movie that some people I've seen defended. It's, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, I get it. We've enjoyed the Marvel for so long and stuff like that. Have we been brainwashed to think that something that's as garbage as this is somehow even halfway decent? Fuck off with that. Nah, I ain't. No, I hate. With all the being of my soul, I hate this movie. I hate every time I see it, I get just a little bit more angry. Like, have you ever just seen something and you just get like just straight up annoyed just by the sight of it, the name of it? That's how I feel about this goddamn movie. It needs to go die in a pit of fire to never be seen again, okay? WandaVision. I know a lot of people do like WandaVision. It was good, kinda, sorta, I'll say B tier. I think WandaVision is one of those things. It did add creativity to it, especially for Marvel. I'll give it that. But some of the excuses and lines and dialogue, and also the ending and the villain, I mean, I don't know how. You would have thought when it came to that villains will still not be an issue or a current issue for Marvel, but somehow it is still to this day, because that was some of the criticisms in early Marvel. To this day, that criticism still withstands. Marvel still to this day somehow has a villain problem, and I don't know why. And apparently she's getting Agatha's getting the show. Why? What are we doing? Why are we sending money to that? What are we doing? I'm gonna be nice. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Now, I did watch this recently. It was nice. I mean, it was just a little thing. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. It was the one time where comedy actually fits. I would say this though, if I had to say one criticism about Guardians of the Galaxy and Marvel in general, I don't really like the fact that all alien races basically feel like they're human. Like there's a scene in the beginning where they're doing like some like rock star thing, Christmas thing and whatever. And the one thing I've noticed about Guardians of the Galaxy and its world, and basically the world in general, or the universe in general when it comes to Marvel, every alien race basically feels like a human. And the culture of humans. Even though they try to make jokes of not being a part of the culture of humans, they kind of are Like, they don't feel like alien to me. They'll be like stupid, but they just, when everybody feels like an earthling that's just blue or red, your universe really doesn't feel as big. That's just a criticism that I've just started to notice from Marvel. It was something that irked me in the beginning, but I kind of just let go. It's just something I had to bring up now. That's just something that also was irking me. But yeah, it was fine. I laughed a few times. I had fun for the most part. It wasn't like amazing or anything, but it was enjoyable for what it was. Shang-Chi! Okay, finally we have a taker, something really good for Marvel. I love Shang-Chi, okay? That shit was hard, okay? Shang-Chi was hard, man! This was like one of those movies, finally, that just had great choreography. I think that's what I was really waiting on Marvel. That one Marvel, not to say it hasn't, you know, all of Marvel stuff hasn't had great choreography, but I would say majority of Marvel's choreography, even when Marvel was at its peak, wasn't that great. Shang-Chi was the shit, okay? And that's all I was asking for. I think that's one of my biggest criticisms of Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, I was expecting like it was going to be on some Man of Steel, Dragon Ball Z stuff, considering her power. And it was one of the most boring movies, especially choreography-wise, I've ever seen. So it was very disappointing. Shang-Chi, when it came to the choreography, did not disappoint. I thought the storyline was good enough. I thought the villain was actually decent. I liked the cast of characters. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the journey they was on. I enjoyed almost everything about Shang-Chi. A-tier level, thumbs up for me, dog. Hawkeye. You go and poo trash, the show is just damn boring. Loki! I did love Loki. Something that I saw a lot of video essays on not enjoy as much as I did. But I freaking love Loki, though. I thought it was very creative. Was comedy a little much? Yeah. But some people believe that they didn't really give the respect to Loki that he probably like deserved when it comes like power-wise. I guess, but I thought for the most part I enjoyed the storyline. Kang was one of the greatest introductions I've ever seen from a villain, and he barely even did shit. It's funny because then Ant-Man came in and ruined all of that. Loki was the shit, okay? A-tier for me, dog. A-tier for me. I enjoyed it. It was a good direction, like Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, like WandaVision, like Shang-Chi, where it just felt different, right? These four, for the most part, feel different from the common Marvel, so I do give them a little bit of grace. I am Groot. Why? Just why? Not necessary. Why? Why? Moon Knight! Some of y'all gonna get upset about me with this one. Some of y'all are not going to like where I put this one, because some of y'all apparently enjoyed Moon Knight. I'm sorry, Moon Knight was mid. Absolutely mid. Absolutely, positively average as, we still don't even got top tier Marvel. Absolutely average as hell, bro. I don't know what y'all like about this show. I watched this show and I was bored the entire freaking time until the hippo came, okay? This show was absolutely freaking boring. Did Oscar Isaac do a good job? Yes. I actually did think Oscar Isaac did a good job. Like, not one performance is not going to undo the fact that the villain is still a problem. He still sucks, okay? The cast of characters around him suck. It's the most average plot I've ever seen. It's so freaking boring. It had like a couple of moments here and there where I'm like, that was cool. Oh, that was cool. But for the most part, for the show itself, it's a boring ass show. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, okay? This one I had trouble ranking because I really, part of me was like, you know what? I think this was A tier. The other part of me was like, that might be too high. It's probably more like B tier. And the more I think about the movie, I'm just gonna go with my gut. It probably is more B tier than A tier. I would say I didn't enjoy this as much as these two. I think partially because the ending was kind of anticlimactic for me. Oh, and Ironheart basically, yeah, Ironheart in the ending. Yeah, those two kind of knocked it off a peg for me. Ironheart was, I just don't know what the fuck they was thinking with that. I don't know. Namor was really good. Okay. One of the rare cases and rare instances where Marvel hit when it came to villains. Absolute badass. That's how a villain should be. I don't know why the MCU doesn't do that more often, but whatever. Someone you can understand their plights. Someone who didn't even really feel like a villain, but he definitely was a straight up antagonist. Badass, all about his business. Wasn't here to play little jokes, and that's what I did like about Wakanda Forever. Out of everything here, Black Panther didn't have any forced humor. Right? Like, it met the tone. I mean, everything what happened with Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. It fit really, really well with everything. It truly did. But like, for me, like, it wasn't like amazing, but everything fit relatively well. I thought the transition for Black Panthers, I thought that was the best decision. Some people was like, recast Black Panther. In my opinion, I don't see a point in recasting Black Panther. I was like, you might as well go in this direction, and I thought they did a really, really good job with it. I think the whole Black Panther, his son reveal was fine too. If anything, that's the direction you should go. Obviously, we have the multiverse thing working too, so we can still do something with that. You know, I don't think it's a big deal that they didn't recast Black Panther. I think all in all, everything worked pretty well. I did think the ending was very anticlimactic. I didn't feel a need. I feel like when you come in to somebody's home and you kill their queen, and what you come to show for it when it came to the big like battle, big war was that, I was just like, I wasn't really feeling it. If it would have stuck the landing, it probably would have been A tier. It might even have a chance to top tier Marvel, but I'm gonna put it in B tier for now. Maybe I'll rewatch it one day, and it did feel really long. It also had that going against it. Maybe I'll rewatch it one day, and maybe I'll feel differently about it, but I would definitely have to say B tier. It was better than the first one. I'll give it that. Miss Marvel. CW level quality. CW level quality plot, CW level quality CG, CW level quality characters, CW level quality period. If this is what we're putting out when it comes to these secondary characters, just don't do it, Marvel. Just don't do it, okay? Just don't. Werewolf by Night. I did enjoy Werewolf by Night. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it from like the first 10 minutes of it, but I did end up enjoying it. In general, this is one of those shows I really wish they actually, if they was going to do it, give it a TV release. It was only like 40 minutes or something like that, and I will put it in B tier. I really enjoyed it. I really did. Not quite A tier. I think the pacing was a little because I really felt like this was something that should have got like a TV release if they was going to do it. But they're dealing with everything in this world. It was really interesting. It felt refreshing. It had nothing really to do with the MCU. It is in the MCU, but it really has nothing to do with the MCU. They didn't really feel a part of his world. It felt like something completely different and refreshing. I mean, a couple more scenes here and there, switched around here and there is probably the closest thing that Marvel's ever gotten to rated R. That was really interesting. I don't think I enjoyed it enough to put it A tier or top tier Marvel though, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it for the most part, so I'll give it some credit. B tier. Eternals. The epitome of mid-tier. My goodness, man. Eternals was so goddamn mid. Like, I saw people like on Twitter. It's funny. I don't know if people on Twitter just have this dog shit taste, because they seem to like some of the most dog shit stuff. But this is one of the ones I just could not understand why anyone would like any of it, except for maybe the cast. The cast was a pretty, like, refined. It was a pretty big cast. They had a lot of, like, good name people. And they had a lot of good actors. And I think the good actors is probably the only thing that kept it from poo trash. But for the most part, the plot was a bit sloppy, might I add. It was a bit boring, might I add. It was just also, I think the difference between Werewolf by Night and the Eternals, because the Eternals also kind of tried to do its own, like, thing. It felt detached from the MCU, just like Werewolf by Night. But Werewolf by Night completely detached itself from the MCU. Like, there was no talks of any, like, if you would just click on Werewolf by Night and you didn't know what it was, and you didn't know anything about it, you wouldn't even think Marvel produced it. Marvel for the Eternals, I think the problem I have with that is it still tried to attach itself to the MCU at the same time by detaching itself at the same time. Like, you can't really do that. You gotta, like, pick a side. Right? Like, it still was trying to, like, speak to the universe and the world building of the MCU, but also kind of trying to be its own separate thing. But then it was like, it's too much of its own separate thing to where I recognize that something as a Marvel product because they name dropped a lot of things like Thanos and such. But I was like, there's no way that this fits in the world or what we're doing as the franchise is going on right now. It didn't fit like at all. Like nothing about it fit in the wrong way. In the wrong way. Nothing about it. Same thing with kind of like with Moon Knight. Like it didn't really like fit. I was just like, why does this need to be here? Why does the Eternals need to be here? Why does Moon Knight need to be here? And it was just boring, okay? Like, I would say, like, when it comes to these three, when it comes to they were just boring products. Victory Screech! I don't care. Okay, y'all gonna call me a Spider-Man fan. I don't care if y'all gonna call me a Spider-Man fan. You're just a fanboy, Wes. You're just a fanboy. It was fan service, Wes. That's the only reason why you liked it. What? Fuck you. Spider-Man No Way Home was good, nigga. I'm blinded by the nostalgia. It's because you're a Spider-Man fanboy. Fuck you. Spider-Man No Way Home was good, and I'll die on that hill, okay? Not only was good, it was freaking great, okay? Top tier Marvel to dying on that hill, and I will die on that hill alone if I have to, okay? The only thing here that was top tier Marvel. Some people were like, it's only good because Toby and Andrew was it. No, it was not, okay? One, I hate the argument of, well, if you eliminate that scene, is it really as good? You take away this, is it really as good as you think it was? When the whole point was that? Obviously, if you took it away, it wouldn't be as good. What type of fucking argument is that? In The Dark Knight, if you didn't have the Joker in there, okay? If Heath Ledger wasn't in The Dark Knight, would it be that good? Shut up. Of course it would not, because that was kind of the whole point. The same thing with Spider-Man No Way Home. The whole point was the multiverse aspect of it, with the villains coming in, who all did really good. With Andrew and Toby, which all did really good and bounced off of each other constantly. All of it was hitting. It was the whole point. That was the build up of the whole point and to build on this multiverse process. Obviously, if you took that away, it wouldn't be as good. Because it's the whole point. Dumbass argument. Ooh, that shit be making me mad. Anyways, it was great. Okay, I personally enjoyed all the villains that were in there, especially Doc Ock. Doc Ock was amazing, okay? Low key, okay? Everything flowed seamlessly. The only thing was stupid, of course, was Doctor Strange agreeing to him doing it in the first place, okay? Yes, that was dumb, all right? But except for that, it flowed seamlessly, okay? The ending, the OSTs hit all at the same time, okay? The choreography, the visual effects, the direction, everything was hitting when it needed to hit, okay? Classic lines and dialogue in it, okay? This is a top tier movie, okay? He lost, like there was a weight to what he lost. There was a weight and consequences to his actions, which is not a lot in Marvel movies, period. Spider-Man No Way Home is a top tier Marvel movie. I don't care what anybody says. It was freaking amazing. Period. Love Spider-Man No Way Home. It was, oh man, that dude all in the suit at the end when he was web shooting at the end with his new suit by the end of the movie. Just they undid everything bad about Far From Home. That garbaggio, okay? Everything. Spider-Man Homecoming was great. Then they ruined it with Far From Home, but they stuck the landing with No Way Home. I love No Way Home, okay? Anyways, moving on. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. This one is kind of tough to grade too. This one is like, kind of like Black Panther, which I was like trying to grade. Is it A or B? Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is like between mid and B. Like it's like a tier lower. I don't know if it's in B or if it's in mid. It's still kind of tough. You know what? I did like Wanda in this movie. She had gravity. She had weight to her. She was a big, huge threat, as she should have been. She has the threat she should have been. I'm gonna say B-ish, because there was a lot I liked about the movie, but there was a lot I hated about the movie. But I don't know. I didn't really like the first Doctor Strange movie that much, so maybe I'm also going off of that. So I thought it was kind of an upgrade. I at least enjoyed this better than the first one, which I'm probably in the minority of that. Yeah, I'll put this in B. Wait. That ending, though. I'm very big on endings. If you fuck up an ending, I'm really big on that. Oof! Oof! I'm gonna say, you know what? Yeah, I don't think, I can't in good conscience put it in B tier. That ending was kind of awful. That ending was pretty awful, man. Like, Black Panther was, like, anticlimactic, but it wasn't, like, awful. This ending was garbage. But I don't have good conscience of putting it in just mid. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say slightly above mid. That's what I'm gonna go with. What if the most pointless shit I've ever, like, I want to put this, I'm probably gonna put this in, no, I'm not gonna put it in cash cow. Should this go on slightly above mid? No, I'm putting it mid. I'm sorry, most of the episodes were mid. I'm sorry, they were. I think my problem with What If was, why didn't y'all just do animated movies? Like, I think the only reason why I kind of want to put it slightly above mid, because Ultron episodes was amazing. Those 2 episodes were fantastic. But everything else is so damn, like, I didn't care. Like, boring. I didn't care. Everything about it, all the other episodes are boring. I might put it slightly above. I'm putting slightly above mid just because of the Ultron episodes. The Ultron episode was fantastic. But it kind of pissed me off even more. Because I'm like, why did y'all just go the DC route and just give us, like, animated movies and then put it on the Disney app? Why did Marvel, like, completely give up on animated movies? Like, literally, there's an animated TV show. Is there any serious animated TV shows currently in Marvel? I feel like the last one I saw, was there a Spider-Man one that came out? I feel like there was a new Spider-Man one came out, but I feel like it was really childish. And then was there a Guardians of the Galaxy show that came out? I'm not sure. But that's the point. The fact that I don't even know really should tell you where they are at that animated state. It's not very good right now, looking for Marvel. I was just like, when I saw this, I was just like, why not just make animated, like, especially the Ultron thing. It had some really high quality too. That would have been a great 2-hour film. Why just limit it to 30 minutes to do this What If thing? Just so we can kind of bank off the MCU continuity. I didn't see a point of it. The zombie episode, I didn't like the zombie episode, but like the zombie episode, for instance, I was just like, is that just to bank off like faces that we already know from the MCU? I don't understand actual animated movies. That's just me. I don't know. I would say slightly above mid just for the Ultron stuff, but I don't know. It is what it is, bro. Yeah. I mean, we had some good things here and there. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Thor: Love and Thunder count at least 10 points. You get 10 points off. So, like, just way more garbage than actual good material. And that's just a no-no to me. I can give you a couple passes. That's fine. A couple passes, right? No one's perfect. It's okay. All right? 2 or 3, you know, not so good projects. A couple average projects, a couple of bad projects, you know, here and there. That's fine. But now, like, it's more than half of your projects of Phase 4 were not good. And too many of them were garbage. Mid and below, there's too many. And Thor: Love and Thunder is not even here. There's too many. Too many cash cows. One cash cow is already too many. That's how I feel. This is how I feel about this current state of Marvel. And then you have Ant-Man that came right after the phase. Which I already, if I had to rate Ant-Man right now, I would have put it in poo trash. Good, Marvel. It's not looking good. Anyways, tell me how y'all feel below. Tell me how you feel about this tier list. Of course, I'm right, though. All right? Spider-Man top tier. Thor: Love and Thunder, the worst MCU movie I've ever seen in my life. Okay? I don't care. Anyways, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, like. Y'all know what to do. And yeah, thank you for Raycon for sponsoring this video, and peace with 2 fingers. I ain't want to admit it, but Phase 4 is absolutely poo trash, okay?